Today's story is of a monk. A monk is one who renounces everything and makes one thing his goal. There was a big reason behind a person becoming a monk. No one becomes a monk just like that. There was a big reason behind that person becoming a monk. Before becoming a monk, that person's mind had forced him to do many wrong things. He had committed many sins. That person starts walking according to his mind. That person's mind had made him its slave, and he was the slave of his mind. Even after getting all the happiness and wealth in life, the man had a lot of pain in his heart, and it is this mental fear that makes him a monk. After becoming a monk, one becomes free from worldly suffering, goes to live in the woods, does different types of meditation and practices. He eats food by begging, and then meditates in solitude and peace. But still that person's mind is not calm. He remains restless and troubled. One thing must be understood here. As we all know, meditation is the initial step in any spiritual journey, or self-improvement. It is started when your mind is calm, when our mind listens to us. But the mind of that monk is neither calm, nor listening to him. One thing had settled in the mind of that monk, that it is impossible to control the mind. But then one day, that monk meets a person, one who is neither a monk nor a wise man. He was a simple shepherd who grazed sheep and goats. His name was Gopal, who was engaged in grazing goats in the forest. Gopal asks him, "Can I help you? You are looking very worried for the last several days. I see that you are very restless. If you want, I can help you." The monk laughed, listening to Gopal, and said, "Well, how can you help me? You are worldly, and you are attached to illusion in the world. I left everything and came to the forest, yet my mind, I am not in control." Gopal says, "Yes, I can teach you. I know how to control my mind." That cowherd says, "There is no need to give up everything to control the mind. There is no need to come and live in the forest to control the mind. It is necessary to give up just one thing." The hermit asks the herdsman, "What is that one thing?" The herdsman says that it is a thing, wrong information. All the information that has been implicated in us till date has created our brain and mind. The ascetic asks the herdsman, "But how?" The herdsman explains, "You have never eaten apple fruit in life. You do not know anything about the taste of apple. So can you ever feel like eating apple? No. That's why our mind is made of information." The sannyasin is impressed by the cowherd's words and says, "Can you tell me a little more about it?" Gopal tells the monk that, "If you want to control your mind, listen to me carefully. You can control your mind when you can see the root of your mind. The mind is made of information, and our body is made up of 5 elements of information. There are entrances. First eye, whatever we see with our eyes, good or bad, all that keeps getting accumulated in the memory of our mind. The second ear, whatever we hear with our ears, is sown in our mind in the same way as a seed. Third tongue, whatever we taste, it gets imprinted in the memory of our mind. The fourth is the nose. Once we smell, whether it is fragrant or foul-smelling, it is recorded in our mind. And the fifth is the touch. The thing we touch, once it is remembered in our mind, it gets marked somewhere. Whatever information enters us through these 5 more physical doors, that information gets accumulated in the form of seeds, and gradually, trees are formed. Our mind is like the soil in which the seeds are sown, and our intelligence is like the farmer who sows the seeds. If our intelligence sows the seeds of wrong information in the midst of correct information, and in future, when that seed becomes a tree, so in future, that tree will bear bad fruit. Our mind is like a growing farm, in which whatever seeds we sow, they grow inside us, just as a farmer carefully selects and plants the right seeds, so that his harvest is bountiful and fruitful. We need to decorate our mind with true and positive thoughts. As a gardener tends his garden, we must tend our mind by nourishing it with true thoughts, experiences, and knowledge. This way, we allow trees of rich feelings, understanding, and growth to blossom beautifully within us. Your mind is not in your control, because you have already sown many wrong seeds in your mind, and now those seeds have become big trees. The ascetic asks the cowherd, "What shall I do now? Because till now, I have so many wrong seeds, and I cannot uproot them." Gopal tells the monk, "Till now you were sowing wrong seeds, out of ignorance, and unknowingly, but from now on, start sowing right seeds with a true heart. What if there are thousands of wrong seeds inside? Now get ready. millions of right seeds to grow. You just have to pay attention, see what information is going into you through these 5 doors, and whether the information that is coming in is correct or not. The monk asks, how long will this have to be done? Gopal says, the whole life. Just like you give good food to your stomach every day, in the same way, give good information and right thoughts to your mind. Every day, every moment in life. You will have 2 choices, one of which will be right, and the other wrong. But you will have to choose the right option every time. Always remember, making the right choice may cause pain inside. You may also suffer, but that pain will be temporary, no matter how much pain you have inside. You have to make the right choice every time. The more times you choose the right, the more the right seeds will be sown inside you. And the right seeds outnumber the wrong ones. On that day, your mind will be under your control. But for that day, you have to continue your effort from today. The monk understands Gopal's words. Thank you for joining me on this journey of embracing simplicity and finding the true essence of life. Remember, in a world filled with noise and distractions, it's the moments of genuine connection, the beauty in the everyday, and the power of authenticity that truly matter. If you're seeking inspiration to live a life of depth and meaning, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more thought-provoking content. Let's continue to explore the ultimate sophistication together. Until next time, stay mindful and stay inspired.